now Cillograms, surprises and heartwarming reunions with Cilla Black, Bob Carroll-Gees and Gordon Burns in Surprise, Surprise.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
Welcome. Now, my first surprise is not for somebody sitting right here in our audience tonight. It's for someone sitting at home watching the show at this very minute. Yes, it's you, David McClee up there in Strathclyde. Your daddy wrote me a letter all about you, and I've got it here in my pocket. And it says, it starts with, Dear Sil. Dear Sil, could you please bring a smile to our wee boy? Our 2-year-old son goes into a frenzy when you appear on Friday evening. And here's a picture of the wee fella. Ah, look at that. Ah. Oh, girls, girls. Doesn't it make you want to have another? She's saying, oh, gosh, no, no. Anyway, David's dad goes on to say, that's not because you're Cilla, but he thinks your name is Surprise, Surprise. So please, could you give him a wave? Oh, well, my little sunshine, I'll do more than that. Here's your wave, sweetheart. And blow a little kiss as well. And remember, this is Cilla here, not Surprise, Surprise. All right, David? Ta-ra then. Ta-ra. And still on the subject of letters, we had one from Flo Jones in West Bromwich. She wrote to us about her grandson, James George. Now, James is 13, and he enjoys playing the drums. He also spends lots of his time raising money for charity. You see, he has a little brother called Richard, who suffers from brittle bone disease. Now, James does his very best to help the society who do so much for his little brother. James' latest idea is to do a sponsored drum roll, which he thinks is due to take place on April the 26th. But he's got a surprise coming to him. And earlier today, our Bob Carroll-Gees went up to West Bromwich to do just that.
James, hello. It's James George, isn't it? Okay. Surprise, surprise. I've been told, James, that you'd like to do a sponsored drum roll, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah? I believe, am I right in thinking that the sponsored drum roll is already lined up for April the 26th?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's not, James.
Huh?
No, you're doing it today. It wasn't April 26th at all, it's today. And, in actual... Ooh, we haven't got long to get ready. So what I think we should do... What I think we should do in your confusion, right, is... actually, I'm not very good with drums, otherwise I'll give you a big hand. But I've been on the phone, I've got some expert help to give us a hand with the drums. So we'll go and get some equipment ready, all right?
Yeah, all right.
All right, James.
Thanks a lot, Chuck. We look forward to joining you and James later. Can't wait. Do you know, even I don't know what surprises our Bob is going to arrange for James. But what I do know, I've got a surprise for a young girl sitting right here in our audience. She's sweet 16, and she just loves to rap. Oh, I feel a rap coming up. I'm going all rapturous. Her name is Tanya, was gonna phone you, but now you're here, let's bend an ear. Woo! Yes, surprise, surprise. Please come and join me. Tanya Morgan. Where are you, Chuck? Come on, Tanya. Well, welcome to the show. Sit down there, Chuck. Now, you're laughing at my performance, or what?
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Well, I suppose you're wondering why you're here, Tanya.
Yeah.
Well, I had a smashing letter from your mum. Yes. Yeah, she wrote and told me all about you, and she was absolutely right. In her letter, she said you're beautiful, and you are indeed a beautiful girl. And she also says that you're a marvellous soul singer, but at the minute you're right into rapping. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, surprise, surprise, you are going to do your rapping for us tonight on the show. Yes, yes. And here to coach you and give you a little word of advice is one of the country's leading rappers, Merlin. Come in, Merlin. Wow. Have a sit down there. Yes. This is our Merlin. Thanks for coming along, Merlin.
It's okay.
And you've got a brand new album coming out soon, haven't you? May, I believe. What's the title?
It's called The New Rap Messiah, and I've got a single coming out called Midnight Lady very soon, actually.
Oh, well, we wish you a lot of luck with that one. What do you think of our Tanya here?
I've heard a lot about it. I can't wait to get started.
Oh! Are you looking forward to rapping with our Merlin?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, we've got a bit of time to do a lot of rehearsals, so we look forward to seeing you both later on, all right?
Okay.
Well, off you go and get yourself set. See you later. See you later. Well, sitting in his house somewhere in West Sussex is Peter Massie. Now, little does he know that any minute now his phone's going to ring, and it's going to be me. Yes, you see, Peter's a born entertainer. He sings, he acts, and he's a bit of a joker. So let's phone him straight away. How many digits this week? Oh, surprise, surprise, it's only 9 this week. Never mind. Here we go. Oh, yes. Yes. Hate these pregnant pauses, don't you?
50.
50.
Hello.
Hello, 50. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Can I speak to Peter Massie, please?
You're speaking to him.
Oh, surprise, surprise, Peter. It's Cilla here.
What? As in Cilla Black?
Yes, the very same one, Peter.
Goodness me.
Or words to that effect.
I'm blowed.
You are blowed. Peter, I suppose you're wondering why I phoned you.
Well, that did cross my mind, just out of idle curiosity.
Well, it's all down here. Your secretary, Sue.
Oh, you mean my ex-secretary? Yes, I think tomorrow when she comes into the office, she'll have to take a few hours off and go down the job centre.
No, don't be mean, Peter. Actually, you're a very big entertainer in your own way, aren't you? Because we've got a photograph of you here.
Which one?
Well, it's, if I said to you, could I have the name of your dentist? And remind me not to go to him. What would you say? You've got your 2 front teeth blacked out.
That sounds a bit like ditch water.
Ah, oh, is that what Uwaru in are you now, Peter?
That was a character I played in the pantomime.
You did. We've got another photograph of you here as well. So, yes.
Another one?
Yes. I mean,
Which one is this?
Well, it could be me in 10 years' time.
When I played Dame.
You Dame, then.
And Susan has sent all these photographs to you.
Yes, yes.
She's with me at the moment, and she's on the floor with laughter.
Well, you sound both as mental as each other, really. Because you do belong to an amateur dramatics group, don't you, Chuck?
Yes, it's called Crumpets.
Now, I daresn't ask it, why do you call your group Crumpets?
Well, we operate out of Horsham.
Yes.
And in the 1930s, Horsham was famous as a stopping-off place between London and Worthing. And Horsham was famous for its tea and crumpets.
Oh, how boring,
Yes,
Peter.
it is.
Yes.
Totally.
And you also write and perform your own song. Oh, give us a quick burst of one of your songs.
One
How
of
does
mine?
it go? Yeah.
One of my songs?
The ones that you've written, yes.
I'd love to, but I haven't got my guitar with me. And without it, I couldn't possibly do it over the phone because it really wouldn't do justice
to it, honestly.
Oh, really? Excuses, excuses.
Is that obvious?
Is it? Well, would you bring your guitar next week and perform a little song on the show, perhaps?
Can you repeat that, please? It sounded awfully like you want me to come onto the show with my guitar and do a song.
Yes, please. Would you do that, Peter?
I will do my best, Cilla.
I'll bring Sue with you.
I will bring Sue with me.
Right.
Yes.
So don't sack her before next week, all right?
Lovely.
All right, Chuck. Well, I shall look forward to seeing you then.
Yes, fine. Thank you, Cilla.
Now, what are you going to say to Sue as soon as I put the phone down?
You're fired.
Ta-ra, Peter.
Thank you.
Ta-ra.
Bye-bye.
Well, this week our Bob's been motoring around Bewley, so let's find out whether or not he got sidetracked.
19-year-old Joanne Liney has always had a burning ambition to ride in a sidecar. Her friend Rachel West wrote and asked us if we could arrange this. We couldn't just leave it as simple as that, so we contacted Lord Montague at the National Motor Museum. He was only too delighted to help. Let's go and give Joanne the ride of her life. Hope she's in. Hello, is Joanne at home? Joanne Liney. Hello, Joanne. Surprise, surprise, how are you? I'm sorry to interrupt your chat with Rachel here, your friend, but actually, Rachel has told me all about your special dream to be the passenger in the sidecar of a motorbike. Is that right? Is this true? Why would you want to do that?
Don't know. It seemed dead funny.
Seemed dead funny. Well, I hope you're laughing all day today because we have arranged for you to go and visit a motor museum where they say dreams can come true. Is that all right? Mm-hmm. And we go in now? So we'll go and put them to the test. So here we are at the National Motor Museum, and I'd like to introduce you to our host for the day, Lord Montague. Would you meet Joanne Liney?
Hello, Joanne. Welcome to Bewley. Very nice to see you. We've got a lot to show you today. And here's a book on the museum, which I've signed for you, which you can have when you go round.
Thank you very much.
I hope you really enjoy the day and enjoy being on the motorcycles and elsewhere.
Thank you.
That's terrific. We'll carry on round. Good. Thank you. All right, John. Rum. Now, is that what you mean by a sidecar?
No.
Ah, now then you see, Joanne. Now this is my sort of car. This is what I call style. I think this is superb. Oh, even better.
No. This is pretty cool. And I'd love to have a ride in that.
Mum, chocolate.
My favourite.
Mine too. Flowers for me, lady.
Thank you, you're lovely.
My pleasure. Champagne, fair lady.
Chocolate, flowers,
Yes, and there's the lovely Joanne sitting in our audience. Hey, Joanne, did you enjoy your day at Bewley? Yes?
Brilliant.
Oh, but you look absolutely beautiful. You look gorgeous. You should go into acting. You really should do that. And I'm sure you'd like to join me in thanking Lord Montague for putting on a superb day. Yes?
Yeah.
Super. Well done, Joanne. Well, now, I want to talk to someone sitting in our audience with an absolutely fascinating story, which starts in Vienna just before the last war. Yes, surprise, surprise, it's you, Kurt Fleischmann. Would you like to come down and join me, please? Would you join me, Kurt, please? Completely in the dock. Sit down there, Kurt. Well, I must tell you right away that your very good friend Louise wrote a marvellous letter about you.
She did.
Very fascinating. Now, way back in 1938, you and your family were living in Vienna, is that right?
That's right, yes. That's right.
And one day, just walking out in the street, you were stopped by a member of the SS.
Not actually stopped. I don't know whether she's referring to the episode when they came to my parents' shop. And, you know, the usual Hitler greeting, Heil Hitler. And they asked me whether I knew anything about some Jewish families. And I, of course, lied and said I didn't.
You didn't.
But
But is
then,
that after the time? But you were arrested by the SS.
Oh, yes, I was, but not at that time. Not at that time. What happened was they asked me also for my own family. And then I had to lie again. It came at the spur of the moment, and I told him the Fleischmans, the Jews, they emigrated to Palestine. So he put down Palestine, emigrated.
Yes.
But the problem was, not far away from me, there was a boy I used to know, a non-Jewish boy, and I was wondering what he would say. He just shrugged his shoulders when they came to him. And then, after they had gone away, and I'll never forget that because it stands in your mind, after that, he said, you know, Kurt, you're lucky I'm deaf and dumb. And he never gave me away.
Gosh, that's marvellous.
see-
But you got off because, well, you still have it. You had this marvellous blonde
yes,
hair.
yes, possibly, yes.
And they didn't realise you were
Oh,
Jewish.
they didn't. No, they greeted
Yes.
me with a familiar greeting.
Well, that was a very dangerous time for you. In fact, you decided then that you wanted to come to England. You came to England.
Well, I
You were
came.
interned in the Isle of Man.
I was interned, yes.
And then you heard that all your family had been sent to Auschwitz.
Well, I wrote to the Jewish congregation in Vienna, and after the war, and they told me they had been deported to Minsk. And that's the last I knew.
Well, in 1956, you came back to London, and you've
That's
lived
right.
here ever since.
Yes.
Now, a fascinating story. This is the most marvellous thing about this. Last December, you got this letter out of the blue. Tell us about that.
Yes, I had a letter from the Austrian embassy asking me to phone them. So I did, and I spoke to the Consul General, Herr Herbiger, who told me that you may have a new old cousin living in Vienna,
Incredible.
and would you allow me to give her your address, because I must have your permission. Naturally, I didn't object.
Yes,
And I could get-
you're
yeah.
talking about your cousin Frida, aren't you?
That's right, my cousin Frida, yes.
Now, you hadn't seen your cousin Frida for over 50 years.
50 years.
But you have spoken to her on the phone, haven't you?
I've spoken, but actually, after that Crystal Night affair, I stayed with that cousin. The reason being that her mother was not Jewish, and they lived in a non-Jewish district, and there was less chance of the Nazis coming to that district to get us. So we stayed there for 2 or 3 nights. It was the last person I actually saw in Vienna.
Really?
It's almost like a miracle. It happened before Christmas.
Well, I know you plan to see Frida
Oh, yes,
sometime
yes.
in the near
Oh,
future.
yes. It's either next month, I think, April or May.
Oh, well, no, it isn't, Kurt. Surprise, surprise. We've flown her over here just to be with you tonight. Here is your cousin Frida, who you haven't seen for over 50 years. Come in, Frida. She can't speak English, Kurt.
Ich habe schon vergessen. Vergessen, dass du nicht Englisch sprechen kannst.
Isn't that marvellous? Well, you've got a whole lot of 50 years to catch up, and while you're doing that, we're going to take a break. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. All right, Frida? Hello and welcome back. Well, I hear our Bob's having a smashing time in West Brom, so let's join him. Bob, Bob. I say Bob. Bob. Bob, what are you doing, Chuck?
I'm sorry, sir. I must have one more go. I've always wanted to do that, Cilla.
You are having a smashing time, aren't you?
Yes, we've got quite a crowd with us. I'm actually at the Hilltop High School here in West Bromwich, at their fair, and as you can see, a few more people than we expected actually turned up, Cilla. But anyway, it seems very popular. I've been having to go on some of the attractions here, but the sponsored drum is going on here as well, so I've come in here to introduce you to him. This is our rock and roll drummer, James George.
And there's our young James. Hello, James.
No, Cilla.
James, I'd like a little chat with you, Chuck, but I mean, will I put you off your drumming?
No, Cilla.
Now, what age were you? I know you're only 13 now, James, but what age were you when you started drumming?
5, Cilla.
And you've been going all night, haven't you, Chuck?
Yes,
You're not
Cilla.
tired yet, are you?
Bit sweaty, but...
Just a bit sweaty. Oh, well. Well, you're doing a great job there, James, I must say. And I believe, Bob, you've promised us some expert help for James, haven't you?
Not only expert, the best. Timmy Mallet, Cilla.
Timmy, Mr. Mallet, Mr. Mallet.
Yes, Cilla.
Well, welcome to the surprise.
It is.
Tell me, Timmy, what are you doing there?
Well, I'm the expert drummer. I thought you realised that. We've done drumming on utterly brilliant Cilla, and sometimes I drum with Bomb Ballerina, so I'm here now to make sure that James gets his paradiddles right.
Paradiddles? What's a paradiddle?
You know what paradiddles are, Bob. If you don't get your paradiddles right, you can't do a proper drum roll. Oh, hang on! Now that's what I call a proper drum roll.
Right.
Hang on, what's this? Looks like an ice cream to me.
Dunno, Timmy.
This is more like if I play the drum. Here we go.
Oh, Timmy. Timmy, that's utterly loud. Bob. I've got an headache. I can't hear a thing, Bob.
Well, that's a shame, really, Cilla, because I'm going to have a go myself now, I think.
Listen, I better leave you there. If you can hear me, we shall come back to you later on. Good luck, James. See you later, Timmy. Bye. And while they keep drumming, we're going to have our own musical interlude. You see, last week I telephoned Iris Waterson, who plays the bones. Yes, beef bones. And she's come along here tonight to play them just for us. Here she is, Iris Waterson. Come in, Iris. This is our Iris, yes. And lovely you look. You look absolutely badly matched, don't we?
Yes.
And I see you brought your bones, Iris. Let's have a butcher's look. Oh,
I've got
gosh.
2 sets.
I know, I can see them.
Yeah,
Now, they're the actual beef bones.
That's
These for
right.
me, are they?
Yeah, those are for you,
Now,
yes.
Have they been in stock or anything like that?
Just been boxed for a little while.
Well, how old are they?
70.
70 years?
Yes, about 70.
70 years old. Now, tell me, what do I do with your bones?
Those 2 there in your right hand.
In my right hand?
Your right one.
Oh, that's the right one.
That's the right one.
And does it go in between like that?
Yeah, and that's it. But a little bit further down.
A little bit further down. Yes.
And then do that. No. Try the left one. That's
right.
Yeah.
I'm playing the bones. Yes.
Try the left one.
The left one. Now, is it there again?
Like that.
Yes.
And like that.
Like that.
That's right.
Right.
Put your hand like that. What's it now?
I've gone all limp.
Try
Try two. Show me again how you do the 2. I thought you said it was easy. Oh, it's gone now. It's gone. It's gone.
It is with music. It's lovely.
Is it easier with music?
Yes, it's much lovely.
Oh, well, let's do it to music then. What music are we going to do it to?
Viva España?
Viva España! Olé! fit to play these bones, and I've lost one of the bones, but we'll pick it up later, all right?
Yeah.
I thought, can't get me breath. I thought you were absolutely great, wasn't she, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, well, now it's time to catch up with Searchline on our very own Burns.
Well, just a little bit rattled by that. But you'll never guess what we're going to start with tonight. Blind date. Only Cilla's not in this episode. Her place is taken by Anne Lawson and John Collins. They decided to set up a blind date for their friends Carol Hicks, who was sweet 16, and 17-year-old Jeff Dyer in Camberley, Surrey, back in 1959. And where did they head off to for their first romantic date? A candlelit dinner for two in Paris, just like they do on Cilla's programme? Well, not quite. More of a noisy lunch for two in the packed local cafe between the Gillstones and Microcells factories where they worked. But who needs exotic European locations for romance to blossom? A year later, they were married. Indeed, this is a picture of their wedding day in August 1960. Today, over 30 years later, they have 6 children and 5 grandchildren. But what they haven't got is the address of Anne Lawson and John Collins, who organised that blind date. They do know that Anne and John married and that they moved to Margate. So, Anne and John Collins, if you're watching, Carol and Jeff would like to reverse the blind date format and invite you to return and tell them just how you've got on. So please call us. Now, to another very successful marriage, but one which began in a totally opposite way to the last one. This was a 2-month whirlwind romance in Italy that ended with a Rome society wedding for dashing army captain Ian Bell. The wedding took place on March the 29th, 1947, when Ian married André Hart, who worked in the Dutch embassy. Her family knew all the leading society figures in the city, which is why they attended the wedding. But none of Ian's family were able to be there, so he literally shanghaied a young army lieutenant, Eric Jones, pictured here on the left, into being best man. Now, it's thought Lieutenant Jones was serving in the Queen's Regiment. So, Lieutenant Eric Jones from 1947, if you remember being Captain Ian Bell's best man in Rome, please get in touch. Now, some stories we come across on Searchline are so sad that they're difficult to tell, and this next one is probably the hardest of all. Take a good look at these pictures. They're of a little girl called Andrea enjoying her first holiday in Wales, aged 4. Just a couple of weeks after they were taken, Andrea tragically died when a mystery virus struck. Her family, who live in Barkingside, Ilford in Essex, were devastated. And naturally, the last photographs taken of her during that holiday in Wales would be very precious to them. But when Andrea's father went to collect them from the developers, he found to his distress that the main set of pictures featuring Andrea were missing, and in their place were someone else's photos. Now, after many months, there's still no clue as to where the pictures of Andrea are. Some of the shots featured her sitting by a well, and also waving from a bus, which was painted to look like one of her favourite characters, Thomas the Tank Engine. Now, just take one more look at Andrea. If you think you've got the missing photos of her or know anything about them, please contact us. You'll appreciate just how anxious Andrea's family are to have them returned. Now, this is the number to ring if you can help with that story or any of the others on Searchline tonight. 071 222 8070. I shall be back later with more Searchline stories. Right now, we're going back to Cilla.
Thanks a lot, Gordon. We shall see you later, Chuck, all right?
Yes, indeed.
And now for some sports news. Now, you might get upset if your local team aren't doing too well in the league, but have you ever wondered what it must be like to be called the worst football team in Britain? Well, we heard about a Swansea team called Siliconics, who have never won a single game and are the bottom of the lowest division. Not only that, they once lost a game 31-1. Yes, isn't it a shame? And even the one they scored was an own goal. Anyway, we thought it was about time they had a bit of encouragement. So off I went to Swansea, where I found the lads at the end of a training session. Hi, guys. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Now, which one? Where's Neil? Who's Neil? Neil? Where are you, Neil? Neil? Come on, Neil. Which one's Neil? Are you Neil? Come here, Neil. Surprise, surprise.
I am a bit.
Well, Neil, I hear that you're the manager of Siliconics football team. Is that right?
Yes.
Come in, lads. Join us here. I do. What? Don't be like that. I believe also. Listen to me, Neil. Listen to me, boys. Listen. I believe you've had a bit of bad luck lately.
Well, a bit, yeah.
In fact, you have never ever actually won a football match. Is that right?
We just drew. What was not too bad.
What was the score?
1-1.
1-1. Well done. But believe it or not, you're looking at your new Liverpool signing. Yes. Now are you game? Are you fit for another game?
I suppose so, yeah.
Well, which way is the changing room then? Come on, lads, show me. Come on, let's go. Lead on, lads. Come on, we'll win. Trust in me.
Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
If you change your mind,
take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance,
honey, I'm still free.
take a chance,
Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know. Gonna be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have closed, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, and it ain't no lie. If you put me to the test, if you let me try. Take a chance on me. Oh, please, take a chance on me. Oh, you can take your time, baby. I'm in no hurry. I know I'm gonna get you. You don't wanna hurt me, baby, don't worry. I ain't gonna let you. Let me tell you now, my love is strong enough to last when things are tough. It's magic. You say that I waste my time, but I can't get it off my mind. No, I can't let go. 'Cause I love you so. If you change your mind, I'm the first in line. Honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. If you need me, let me know. Gonna be around. If you got no place to go when you're feeling down. If you're all alone, when the pretty birds have flown, honey, I'm still free. Take a chance on me. Gonna do my very best, baby, can't you see? Gonna put me to the test. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on me. Yes, and here they are. Here's the lads themselves, the Silly Comics FC, with their captain, Neil Mayorty. Oh, Neil, did you enjoy your day?
Yes, it was wonderful,
Yes.
thanks.
And tell us, we're all dying to know, have you won a game since?
Certainly not, no.
Have you ever thought of taking up netball?
It has been suggested by a few people, yeah.
Well, keep up the good work. Now, you may not get a trophy for winning the league or, you know, the cup or anything like that, but I think you deserve a trophy, all of your very own. So we've got a special surprise wooden spoon for you here. And here it is. Look at that. How's that? Everyone knows. Oh. Take a break right now, but we will be back soon to hear Tanya's rap routine. There'll be more Searchline news from our Gordon, and we'll find out how much chaos Bob is causing at West Brom. And before we say goodnight, we'll have a really big surprise for someone sitting right here in our audience. See you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. Well, it's rap time, so let's hear from Tanya and Merlin. Yeah!
All right, everybody clap. Give it up. Give it up. Cause I'm grooving, improving, and I'ma watch your moving, then stop proving that we're the only MCs who could know how to rock the mic on the Cilla Black Show. Surprise, surprise. We gon' surprise ya and make the gold girl get realize ya. And I'ma go on y'all and then continue. Bust out out the starlight deep within you. Now no further ado. Tanya, take the stage and rock you. All right, Tanya, come on, give it up. We're gonna do this like you always knew this. All right, come on, baby.
Cause I'm strictly X, the one the boys love. Hard on the microphone, but sweet as a dove. And when I come, you better step back. Surprise, surprise, but I ain't called Cilla Black. First of all, I was sitting real tame. Then I heard Cilla call out my name. I felt shame, but I came and I done it. The one prize for rap, then I won it. I thought to myself how my luck was turning. Sitting on the sofa and in comes Merlin. Been backstage and it took some time, and now I'm here. And I busted my rhyme. Sticky X is my name. And though I'm angry with my mother, I'm glad that I came. It might be the first time you heard of me, but I'll be back with a rap. Just wait and see.
That's right, y'all. Give it up for Tanya.
Thanks a lot. Oh, that little shy voice when he came on to me. And that voice again. What, say it without the rapping now. That big voice. Do a bit of that without all that.
Without music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm strictly X, the one the boys love. Hard on the microphone, but sweet as a dove. When I come to the party, make the music.
Oh, all right. That's great, that's great. Do you know, I feel a rap coming on myself. I really do. There's a guy who's standing by, so let's not waste his time online, because it's Gordon Burns with another sunshine, yeah!
Well, I'm not going to rap or even wrap up for the moment because I want to go straight into a personal appeal made by Lucy Bruce van Osmail, the official representative of the Belgian resistance in Great Britain. She's trying to trace Sergeant Charles Goodman, who was a crew member of a Lancaster bomber shot down in France during the war. Lucy now takes up the story.
He was shot down on the 18th of August 1944 over Sergerès and picked up by Jacques Perroche, who was then a young 17-year-old resistance member. He was taken to the local baker shop and hidden there until such time as he could be taken to Paris, to the home of Dr. Rivelo, where he stayed for a while, by which time, of course, Paris had been liberated and eventually was taken to the American air base, and they flew him back to England.
And Jacques Perroche, the resistance man who first hit him, is now writing a book and is very, very keen to get in touch with Sergeant Goodman.
That's correct, yes.
To complete the book.
To complete the book. In particular, he would like to have a photograph of Charles Goodman in his RAF uniform, and also valuable details which only Charles Goodman can provide to finish his book.
Now, you must have contacted the RAF. What was his last known address?
57 Grasmere Avenue, Preston Park, Wembley, in Middlesex. At the time, he joined the Escape Society and gave that address, was a member with them for 1 year, and after that completely disappeared. No one has ever heard from him since.
That was the end of the 1940s.
That's
he disappeared.
Correct. That's correct.
So you're looking for Sergeant Charles Goodman, who was first based at RAF Lynham, attached to 511 Squadron.
That's right.
Then transferred to RAF Kirby with 630 Squadron.
That's right.
And you'd really like him to get in touch?
Very much so, yes. If I could bring him and Jacques Perroche together, it would make my day.
And it would make our day too. Now, here are a few more people we'd like to hear from. Norman and Elizabeth Deal moved some years ago from Fairlands Road in Sale, Cheshire. Their friend Kathleen Driver would love to reply to their Christmas cards each year, but the new address got thrown away with the envelopes many years ago. So Norman and Elizabeth, don't wait till next Christmas, call us now. Several people are busy setting up family reunions. Firstly, Victor Smart is looking for his twin brother Eric, last seen in Canvey Island, pictured here at Eric's wedding. Victor is also looking for his sister Ada, who may now be in Ireland. Finally, Mr. Leslie Pickering is trying to arrange a long-distance reunion between his Aunt Cathy and his uncle, her brother, Jim Pickering, whose last known address was 232 Liverpool Road, Islington. Cathy is due here from Florida this month, and Leslie would like to organise a surprise reunion of his own. Our researchers will be here until 10 o'clock tonight, and you can ring them on 071 222 8070, or you could write to us at Searchline, Surprise Surprise, LWT, South Bank TV Centre, London, SE 99 6YW. And that's all from me for this week, so it is goodbye from me and hello again from her.
Thanks a lot, Gordon. We shall look forward to seeing you next week.
I shall be right in this seat. Welcome.
Well, now it's time to join our outside broadcast cameras live at West Bromwich and find out what's going on. Away. Sounds very exciting.
9, 8,
Well,
Cilla, that's amazing. He's actually been drumming now for 1 hour and 6 minutes exactly.
Oh, a little ray of sunshine. Well done, James. You're a star now, James, and I'm sure you've raised a lot of money.
Well, actually, Timmy is just at this, as we speak, working out exactly how much has been
well, it's actually done 24,692 paradiddles in his marathon effort here, and he's raised over 500 quid with squillions more to come.
Oh, squillions more, remember? Squillions more. Squillions more. Well done, James. Look at that.
Definitely.
James, wake up. Wake up, James. Because I believe we've got one more special surprise for you, James.
There is
a little special surprise. Timmy, will you do the honours?
Yes, there is a little special surprise here, James, because I know that you're a big American wrestling fan, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now, I've got 2 tickets here for you and your best mate to go to the American Wrestling Rampage on April the 30th at the NEC, the National Exhibition Centre. There you go. Plus your T-shirt to go with it, so you really are an itsy bitsy American wrestling drummer.
Thank you.
All right.
Well done, James. We're so proud of you, and thanks a lot, Timmy, for doing that. Oh,
done
Bob.
Brilliantly well.
What's next on the agenda?
Well, actually, I mean, now all that's done, we've actually got time to relax a little bit and go and enjoy some of the side shows in here.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have a candy floss reserved to me, and I haven't got one. But I would, before we do any of the side shows, I would like to introduce you to the man who's actually organised all of this here tonight, Head of Media Studies here at the school. This is Roger Lord.
Oh, Timmy, stop it. Roger, hello, Roger. Can you hear me with all that racket?
Hello, Cilla.
Roger, I'd just like to say a very big thank you for organising this big event, and I know that the rest of the proceeds, they're going to join what James has got already, over £500.
That's right. I think we're going to probably raise another £1,000, and we're really very fortunate having all the people in the area helping us. It's been really great.
Oh, well, that's marvellous. Oh, James. James, I'm absolutely thrilled for you, son. How is he going to relax after all that, Bob?
Well, I don't know, James. What do you fancy doing?
Pie fried up in.
Pie throwing?
Yes.
You want to throw a custard pie? Well, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Actually, Cilla, I'm a bit of an expert at this. Come on. Timmy, sit down out of the way. Because, now, I want to show you exactly how to throw a custard pie, right? It's very important that you do... Yes, fine, just sit down. You'll see it in a minute, Timmy. And it's really important that you just... Actually, put those down. Just rest it in your hand, right? And when you're going to hit somebody with a custard pie, you ease it into the face. You ease it in. Have a little practice while I say cheerio to Cilla. All right. Now, as I was going to say... Anyway, it's all from us at West Bromwich, so it's been a marvellous evening. Lots of money raised. There's lots more to come in, but everyone's been terrific. You can see there's a huge crowd, so see you next week. It's goodbye from us.
Oh, Bob. Bob, can you hear me, Bob? All I'd like to say is a very big thank you to all the gang, our special guest, Timmy Mallett, of course, and the star himself, James George. Well done, James. Thanks a lot, Roger. See you next week, Bob. Hurrah! say goodnight, but before we do, I'd like to find two brothers who are somewhere in our audience tonight. Yes, it's you, Tu Van Chan, and your brother Tong. Surprise, surprise. Please come and join me and bring your two lovely wives with you. Yes, son. Son, what a beautiful name. So, girls, would you sit over there? And Tong, hello, Tong. Welcome to Surprise, Surprise. You sit next to me, Tong. And hello, Chan.
Hello.
Oh, we do it the Western way. Give us another one. Yes, have a sit next door to your brother. Oh, now I've had a marvellous letter telling me all about you lads here, from your sister-in-law, Debbie. Now, she tells me you two brothers were born in Da Nang in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And that 14 years ago, you fled Vietnam because of all the troubles and you went to Hong Kong, is that right?
Yeah.
Now you were accepted by the British government as refugees, and that's when you decided to come and settle in Britain, is that right?
That's right.
Now you've got another brother, haven't you? Named by the name of Kong.
Yeah.
Now he also tried to escape from Vietnam, but tell us what happened.
He got caught and then they sent him 3 years in prison.
3 years in prison?
Yeah, in the prison camp in Vietnam.
Yes.
And then when he came back home, and he escaped again to Hong Kong. After that, and a few months later, his wife escaped again, to catch with him, and she expecting a baby. When they arrived in Hong Kong, the baby arrived just in time.
Well, now Kong now lives in Australia, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yes. And you haven't seen him for 14 years.
No, I haven't seen him.
And your mum and dad, I believe, they still live in Vietnam, don't they?
Yeah, I still live in Vietnam and never see them for
a long time, over 14 years as well. Well, surprise, surprise, they are all here. Here's your brother Kong, all the way from Australia, and your mum and dad, they're right here. Come in everyone. Well, it really is time to say goodbye now, and I'd like to say a very big thank you to everybody who's taken part in tonight's show, especially our own Gordon Burns, and of course the lovely Bob Carroll G's. We'll be back at the same time next week with more surprises, so until then, ta-ra then, ta-ra!
Cilla Black and Bob